MOGWAI has a few new tracks out from a single, and the single is the song Fanzine, Made of Flesh, and there's two other songs along with it. All three songs have a similar vocal style in that they don't really have vocals. There are, I guess, singing happening or vocals happening, but it's heavily processed with like a vocoder, something where it sounds extremely digital and you can't really make out really what's being said. That is similar in all three. Other than that, talk about each individually. So the first one, Fanzine, Made of Flesh. This has the most singing of all three. For what is singing. Again, you can almost make out what he's saying. If I listen to it again, maybe I can. This is the least processed and the most singing of the three songs that has the vocals. The music excels for this one. Sounds very much like a Dinosaur Jr. Feel the Pain mixed maybe with like All American Reject Swing Swing, or like Buddy Holly, maybe Weezer a little bit, but more the Feel the Pain is what I hear. It's a rock song, I guess, in their style. The second song, Lion Rumpus. This one, if there is vocals, I think there is, but it's really in the background. I don't think it's meant to really hear what he's saying. It's more of noise, instrument, sounds, ambiance, so to speak. It's not really a vocal to pick out like in the first one. There's feedback from the guitar in the beginning and the end that has at times a little harsh. It's high pitched, it's a little too much, but it's not there most of the time. It's just a little bit. The drums in this song, I got a very Tonight Smashing Pumpkins kind of vibe with the drums. There is a pretty cool sounding like 8-bit guitar. I mean, all these have a very digital 8-bitty sound a little bit, but there's a very strong 8-bit sound to the guitar solo at the end of the song. And again, it's really an instrumental, I would say, more than a song like the first song. The third song is God Get You Back. Interesting name. Hope not. It starts off with there's some keys playing, and the keys to me sounded very much like a Dream Theater Surrounded. I don't think they were inspired by that. Maybe they were. If they were, that's awesome. But it just sounded a little bit like what he was playing to me. It's a pretty cool song, Dream Theater Surrounded, if you want to check it out. There was some, I don't know if percussion is the word, but maybe it's a keyboard or an instrument. I say percussion because the sound was almost like the Blue Man Group when they hit those tubes. Makes a cool noise when they're hitting those tubes. I kind of got that sound. I even got sounds at one point sound kind of like a steel pan maybe. So again, I think it's whatever instruments they're playing aren't those, but they have that kind of vibe, that kind of sound. Maybe they are. Maybe they're sampling them. Maybe they're synth. I have no idea. The drums in this have a little bit more of a U2 kind of vibe. There isn't a lot of vocals in this. This is kind of in the middle between the first song that had a lot and the second song that didn't really have any. There's some in this. Again, heavily processed. This song is a lot longer, a lot more beautiful, I would say, than the other two. If you want to use like it's meant to sound more pretty, what I mean. It almost sounds like a video game, like if you were watching a video game or playing a video game, but that there was like a scenery scene where you see this big town and it's all beautiful, you're taking it all in, it shows you, and then it like zooms out and there's like even more, and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. That's the vibe I got for this song. It had a single note line at the end that was played very aggressively. It kind of followed the melody. It was a guitar played single notes very, very hard. And I like that. I wish I did that more. It was a long song. It was like 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes. But it was my favorite. Out of all the three, the third one was my favorite. So, yeah, they were all kind of similar, and they were kind of rocky, instrumentally, digital, kind of fuzzy sounding. And if you like MOGWAI and you're interested in that kind of sound, all three of these do that. I don't know, this is coming on a new album, if they're all going to sound like that. This is a little more fuzzy and digital than I'm used to them sounding, but it's in the vein of not a lot of singing and cool, rock, but cool sounds in the rock vein. So check it out.